Jordan's subjective.
Jordan's subjective.
Jordan's subjective.
Jordan's subjective perspective.
That part of the First Amendment, I think we should really reel in.
Yeah. Policy. Oh, free speech.
Yeah,
we should.
Specifically radios.
Are we on record?
We're on record, yeah.
Okay.
Right now?
I strongly agree with the First Amendment.
Let's
just get that out of the way. Okay.
Big First Amendment guy. Out of all the amendments, that's my go-to. That's my go-to.
That's the pickup line for tonight, right? Just like, hey, nice to meet you. Like, or even just starting a casual conversation. Just like, hey, nice to meet you.
Don't you value this open speech that we have? I'm loving it. I'm digging it.
I'm as equally of a fan of the First Amendment.
That's awesome.
That could spark up some interesting conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's some girls just like, you know what? We take that so for granted.
Why? You made her sound so old. like an old aunt or something.
I was going for a basic like freshman.
Yeah,
that's like drunk. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they'll probably ask back, which one's the First Amendment again? What does that one say? It's like, okay, well, moving on. Getting your wine open.
Let's get weird, right? Huh?
There's like cracks open.
Look at that. Look in there.
Tell me there's a bug in there already.
No, there's already a gnat in there. It's kind of weird. It looks like there's a bubble in there or something.
Yeah, there probably will be gnats trying to fly. I'm just gonna keep capping it. But no, it's already gone. But it was like cloudy in there.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah. It's gone now.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not picking up what you put down.
Splash him in the face with it.
You see it now? Okay. Well.
That was totally... no, I've seen that. There's a water bottle prank. I think this was like an old Vine or something, but they're like, do you see it? And they're like, what are you talking about? It's like, look inside of this water bottle. And it's just a filled up water bottle. It's like, do you see it? Like, I guess they pretended it was a bug or something. Like, yeah, just smacked it right in this girl's face.
Is it strangers?
Break. No, it was like a brother sibling.
Okay.
Like brother sister kind of.
I was gonna say that I feel like there's almost a not an ethical line with pranks, but at a certain point it's just like, is that okay? It's like I guess it's funny to walk around like maybe slapping people, but like, is that okay?
Just not knowing how this guy's gonna react. You're risking it, you know? Putting yourself out there.
Nice. In the library, like casually.
Yeah.
On campus somewhere.
Hey, do you see this in my water? Gotcha. You're just yelling.
I'm out.
Yep, I'm done.
You can't hit me, you'll get kicked off campus.
Yeah. They start screaming at you, it's the library, you're supposed to be. You're causing a disturbance.
It's the perfect spot for a prank.
Yeah.
No one can get mad at you.
Because they'll react really loudly. It's like, what the hell are you doing? Have some respect.
You're talking in like a loud voice before that too.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as they
switch
react.
it over really fast, make them look like the jackass.
I'm trying to study.
Why are you wet exactly? Why did that happen?
You've been in pranks. Do you think there's like where's the line with pranks?
This is what I think, at least for like.
So I know you've thought about it.
If I was going to perform the prank personally,
Yes.
Depending if I'm going to react to it, if I'm going to laugh to it, it's very different as far as like the ethical guidelines, at least in my opinion. But I think a good prank that I would want to execute is that you're laughing, the person's laughing after the fact, and the audience is laughing.
Okay.
That's
a good step by step. Yeah,
three good boxes to check.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, I remember watching you were in Chicago, the Scream.
That's hilarious.
That one, I was a big fan of.
I was a big fan.
Oh, my shoe's untied. You get down like, what in the hell?
The best was like you jump and then you're just looking at your phone and you're just like, Chinese New Year's in 359 days. And you just like do like a fist pump.
Yeah,
everyone's just like, what?
It's at Navy Pier too.
Yeah. People were like, like the groups of people that are going, they were like looking at each other like, you're seeing this too, right? This guy's real.
What's going on there?
I'm a big fan of this.
Yeah, good stuff for sure.
Haven't your parents seen those?
Yeah, no, my parents really enjoyed those.
Yes.
They actually asked what your channel is today. So
No way, really?
I didn't text it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Dude,
That's super cool to hear.
I gotta show Drew some of those things. I know he'll find those funny. Like my little brother would find those very funny.
I would love to get back into pranks. I think they're so fun.
Yeah,
they're
absolutely.
so fun.
Just those public pranks that like really throw people off. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Just do the funny ones though.
Oh yeah, sure.
The ones that you've done that weren't funny, don't do them again.
Yeah.
just stay away from that.
Yeah,
Learn from the comments; they matter.
Me and Joe are gonna go back. We'll go through, make sure we're like, all right, Jordan,
Critique.
not this one. This one good. This one, okay, well.
Your 14-year-old brother's just roasting me on that.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, Drew. Yeah, get after it. Go ahead and look at these videos and let him know what's up.
That lacks creativity. That's the worst prank I've ever seen in my entire life. Fuck you.
He's going through puberty right now, so his voice is going like. I'm probably gonna show him this after. Be like, I humiliated you in front of all people. All right, you got a question for us, Jordan?
Well, it's your 23rd birthday. I think that should be mentioned.
That's true, yeah. Cheers, 23 years, thank you. I did nothing to achieve this. I'm here, yeah.
So we got to do something like special tonight. Like,
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe a guest topic?
oh,
Whoa, let's relax, Joe. Good time, right?
all right. We'll give the position. You're the interviewer now.
Oh, wow,
What you
lovely.
got for me, Granty?
I was not prepared for this at all. This is not a birthday wish I had.
But we should finesse this.
Meaning.
Do elaborate.
Yeah.
Like you can. People treat you different on your birthday, right?
You would think so.
So more likes on the comments?
Oh,
More likes on the video?
Notice how this is mostly benefiting you.
it's like and subscribe. You know how it is.
Yeah. So Grant, look how many likes you're getting. I'm like, Jordan, that's your channel. I'm like, I don't know. It's not a big deal to me.
It can gratify you too, Grant.
You don't want to see me win, bro? Come on.
Now you're just being selfish. It's my birthday. I mean, I don't know. Anyway.
But I on my buddy's 21st birthday, which 21st is a little bit different.
Yeah.
I walked around. The age gap was insane. It was probably like our age, maybe even younger. Probably about 18 up to about 55, 60. But I got probably 20 to 30 girls to kiss my buddy on the cheek one night because it was
On
his
his
21st birthday.
Really?
Yeah. We just walked around a casino.
Wait, where? Okay, I was about to ask where
Like,
you
what's
were.
the scene?
Main Street, St. Charles, and then the casino
God,
down
okay.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's funny.
The cheek is a pretty soft commit, so.
Yeah.
Do what?
The cheek is a soft commit.
Absolutely.
Like, it's not
It's not a
asking
big
too much.
But it's a conversation starter.
It's something.
Yeah.
That's all we're looking
Think
for.
about what that would snowball into. Like, so, to kiss my cheek, like.
Okay, now what's your name?
But like I'm a team player, right? So I'll initiate it for you, and I'm not thinking for myself. You know, it's I don't really want to say it. It sounds ignorant, but it's something along the lines. If I 3 bitches, I got I didn't even bleep out bitches, but if I
That was Plato, right?
3 bitches, I got 3 assists. That's a J. Cole line. Arguably Plato, though.
Arguably.
Maybe Aristotle.
He said something very roughly along those lines back in the day. Yeah.
Something very similar.
J. Cole is very wise. I respect that.
Yeah.
But that's how I see it. Tonight, you get some action. I get an assist. That's as good for me as anything.
He seems so selfless about it. As we're walking away, he's like handing out a paper with a link to his pocket. Like, by the way, you should check this out.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, Jordan.
You need to get stickers with like your pod name. Just slap people on the back.
Hey,
no one knows.
what's good, man? How's it going?
Everyone in the bar
It's
just
being
has like
publicized.
yeah.
People are hopping from place to place. It's just
Spreading.
This Thursday night becomes like, you guys remember the podcast night? The stickers were everywhere. That was insane. That was so crazy.
Yeah, that'd be hype.
They were literally everywhere.
Everywhere.
That's actually a funny idea.
That guy talked to everyone.
Literally.
Stickers even made Club Rodeo all the way out there. That's crazy. Whoa.
Spreading quicker than STDs.
This is G. Not too quick. Not too quick.
Yeah. We went on that quick.
Slow down.
Jordan, you got a question for us?
I do.
Sweet.
I do.
Let's go into it. Let's dive in.
All right. What is your preferred way to die?
Wow, really going with the lighter question. Way to start us off.
Just easy into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, should I go first, or you got something on your mind?
Well, you were pretty excited for this one. I do remember this.
All right, so I've never thought of this, so I'm just gonna wing it off the top of my head. But I'd probably do something like I have two scenarios that I just thought of, like, within 3 minutes ago.
Bam! It's got 2 right off the bat.
One is you're playing a game of catch on, like, a skyrise, like a high roof. And a dude throws it, and it goes off the roof. And you just full commit, run, dive off the roof. You catch it, and you turn around. And you're just like, and like they have like proof, and like they see, so like they understand that you caught it. Like,
Yeah.
You do consequently die, but you caught it.
The recognition is there.
Yeah. As long as they
Credit
know.
is not going unnoticed that you caught it.
But
Yeah.
there's no guarantee that you caught it.
No, yeah, there's obviously a big risk involved with this scenario, but and then my other, I mean, that'd be pretty cool.
Hey man, that would be, I mean,
Right?
like,
And they have to give the eulogy, so like they can like really like, so just like this man stood for like, you know, he went for it, you know.
yeah, and then you got somebody's going up. Joe was a bit of an idiot sometimes. Yeah, you got it balanced out. But I mean, that's pretty epic. Like that's more epic than I can think of right now. So.
And then
You couldn't say that he didn't give it a shot.
You never say that. It's like, all right, yes, we can't say that because of this very extreme display of that. Yeah, he nailed it.
He always did commit.
Yeah, but now he's dead. So
he's a man of value, even to a fault, one could say.
you pretty much went to the grave with it.
Yeah.
He was very committed.
He always said he'd go for it till he dies, and that's what he did. Get Morgan Freeman voice, like I can't even imitate it. It'd be too disrespectful to Morgan.
Well said. Well said.
Make one of those Nike memes out of it that are going around.
Yeah.
Those with the just do
Just
it.
do it.
You know, it's just like always go for something like that.
There's like the zoomed in one where it's like just you, like it looks like just nothing but sky in the background, and then it's like a zoomed out one right next to it.
Yeah.
And it's like you like falling off a skyscraper.
Yeah. What's the Kaepernick? It's like if your dreams, or if people think your dreams aren't crazy, they're not big enough. And it's just like me, like jumping off the roof.
Example.
With like a
The black and white silhouette or whatever.
What are those things called when they're like in the background, like very faded, but it's like almost like a water print kind of, but it's Colin Kaepernick's face.
Yeah. It's just like, yeah. That'd be fucking. I think that'd be funny.
All right, so you got your second one. What's the second way out?
So the second one that I just thought of was, there's a spoiler alert. If you've seen Blood Diamond, you're good. But if you haven't seen Blood Diamond, plan to watch it. Don't
Turn the volume down, and
then
when it's
we'll
over,
let you know.
we'll go like this. And
Yeah.
Turn the volume back up. There you go.
And then you guys are obviously okay if I spill the beans?
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
Good. Go for it.
That'd be a real buzzkill if you're just like, no. It's like,
All right, so Jordan, how are you? yeah.
Earmuffs.
You just kind of like
yeah, you just don't listen for your entire pod.
selectively between you and those that have seen the show. That's it.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
But yeah, no, the second way would be in Blood Diamond, like Leo's trying to like get a diamond off Africa so he can sell and move off the continent.
Okay.
And then like he's always been on Africa in his dreams to get off Africa. And he's like trying to get the diamond out, and like some like mercenary people are like chasing him with guns and shooting him. And they clip him, and he like passes the diamond on to like a dude who has like a family who needs the money to get out. Then he like calls someone on the phone, and and he's like basically saying he's dying.
Yeah.
And the person on the phone is just he's like, "Where are you? Like I can help you." And he says, "I am where I need to be." And he like his blood like drips in the sand as he grips it, and it's like really symbolic.
Whoa.
So my
what is he gripping
example,
again?
just like the dirt from like just at the African dirt, and he's bleeding into it.
Oh.
And earlier in the movie they reference the reason the sand's red is because the blood fighting over the land. So like it
Ooh,
has,
some foreshadowing.
yeah,
Wow.
exactly. So that's
Wow.
some symbolism.
Yeah, there's definitely a big picture behind
Right.
what's going on. Yeah.
So the way I want to die is it's basically that scene. I don't know why I'm dying or why I'm getting shot at or what. I haven't thought that far ahead. But I'm gonna be on the field of Arrowhead Stadium where the Chiefs play.
Ooh.
And I'm just gonna for some reason I'm just in there. Probably no one's around. Just like
You're dying.
11 a.m. You know, sun's up. And I'm just on the phone. Someone's like, "Where are you?" Like, I can come get you. And I say like, "I am where I need to be." And I just like am bleeding in
blood
there.
just drips into the field.
Get some turf in your hand.
Yeah, exactly. Real artificial and like.
Your like favorite player from the Chiefs comes in. He's got like a light behind him, and he picks you up and just carries you out of the stadium. Who would it be?
Oh, if I had to pick one player to do it,
to carry you out of the stadium, and he's glowing and probably has wings.
man, the quick response due to the timing right now would be Patrick Mahomes, but it's a little too early to just hand him that. I'd probably go with like Jamal Charles.
Okay, all right.
Angel Jamal. The Archangel.
What position is he?
Running back.
Ooh, okay.
Highest yards per carry ever, and he may not make the Hall of Fame, so that's my Hall of Fame
Well, that's a
argument
good
for Jamal
choice. So
Charles.
just in case you had a chance of living, he's gonna get you out of there as soon as possible.
And that can go on his resume for the Hall.
Yeah.
So
On some Pete Rose type. He's not gambling. Why won't he make the Hall of Fame?
people just like don't like. I guess his career yards may not be high enough in touchdowns, but he's franchise leaders in everything, and he has the highest yards per carry. Which to me, that's like the one job of a running back. It's how far can you go consistently? And he does it the best out of anyone ever.
Yeah.
But his total rankings probably aren't high enough, and stupid. But he deserves it.
I got you.
So
Speaking of sports, that is a sick jersey.
Thank
Joe.
you.
I
Yeah.
really like that jersey.
Yeah, where did you get it?
Where did you get
where
that?
did I get it?
Yeah.
You know, it's just like it's from the Nike outlet or the Adidas outlet. you
Really?
know.
Nice.
Just a little Reggie Miller action.
Wow.
Yeah.
Digging it. Absolutely. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah.
Honestly, no. I'm happy you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were just as appreciative as I was. So
Yes.
You're welcome. Yeah.
One of the greatest 3-point shooters ever. So had to pay my respects on the pod.
That's fair. That's fair.
Hey.
Hey, all day, all day.
Well,
Damn, you're halfway through that wine, man.
I am.
Nice.
I am.
You didn't notice
I did not notice that.
I just looked up.
Well, how deep are we in?
like, wow.
16 minutes. Apparently, alcohol hits you about 20 minutes later. That's what somebody told me.
Okay. So
So
we're
we're
always
expecting
waiting for 20 minutes from now. So we're never there.
So we're expecting
what?
some heavy
kidding.
sloppiness in the next 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I won't be able to sit in the seat any longer.
You'll fall over. So
Well, I plan on finishing this bottle on the podcast, most likely.
You got it,
Why-
man.
why
That's
doesn't-
another 15
yeah,
minutes.
that
It's
makes
no
me.
It doesn't like
I guess I
really.
should open another beer.
It doesn't really put me on like too drunk, you know.
Yeah.
It's like it puts you on a good level. Wow. I just feel
sure.
like I put some social pressure on you guys. You both just start chugging.
Yeah, we're like, all right, well, we obviously
like-
need to step up our game. This guy's got half a bottle of wine away.
Peer pressure.
Drink more. Keep up.
What would be your preferred way to die?
All right, so I was thinking about it, and I don't know, like,
Unlike Joe.
Yeah, I just really winged mine.
I think it'd be so cool to be like saving someone from some shit or something. Like something really bad. Like you're walking by, you're in the perfect moment, something really bad's going down, and you make something happen to where you just like.
A good Samaritan.
Yeah, I think so. Like I think that's such a cool way to go. Like obviously, I don't know if I'm like jumping at the bit to do that like now. But
I was gonna say, what age are we?
Yeah, no,
Are we-
exactly. Yeah, no. I'm,
You ready?
I would like to like live my life honestly, like in like to the fullest. I would say, but like I don't know. Say like I'm an older man and like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like my like probably have kids one day. The kids are off, got their ways settled, and like I think that's. If that opportunity was there, like that'd be kind of a cool way to die.
So you want the noble approach?
Yeah, I think it'd be kind of cool.
So you want
I like
good PR, is what you're saying?
I mean, I'd go out on a good note. You know?
Yeah, it's important.
Like, yeah, he could have been like, he was a subpar guy, but hell, he saved someone. That
You
fucked
redeem
him up
it, yeah.
a few notches.
70 years of being an asshole, but that one moment.
That one time he did when he died, that was crazy.
You have to play One Shining Moment from the NCAA tournament. You guys know that song?
No.
Oh, it's like a song for the NCAA tournament. It's like, it's one shining moment. And like that song has to come on when you're doing it.
Absolutely. Yeah. For sure. Yeah, I don't know what the situation would be. Like, I can't think of I don't know. Just,
I'm imagining like a wheelchair, like bullet safe. Like, so someone's about to get shot and you like wheelchair over there and maybe just like flop or like somehow like that'd be pretty cool.
that would be pretty. Just skirt up. Just take it all. Just sitting there.
Or you wheel up and like use your wheels, and then they shoot the wheel, and it bounces off your wheel and shoots right back at them. But then it like somehow disables your wheel, so that, and you're also just happen to be right next to a very, very tall flight of stairs, and it disables your left side.
Keep
so
up.
then you just slowly and dramatically fall while the person you just saved is like, no, and you're like, I'm sorry, but I have to go, and then you just tumble down the stairs and fall.
Yeah,
and die.
I'm a big fan of limp bodies on on like balconies or whatever.
Pause.
It's like a
I'm
video
a big
game
fan of
thing.
limp bodies.
Because like right after they'll just like fall over and it's just like, oh shit, like that guy he was just there. So I see where you're coming from. Just
I don't know if I want my
Okay.
body to be all crunched up at the end of the day from falling down this flight of stairs.
if you want an open casket, you gotta be
I guess so.
you gotta be careful with the way you do your Good
It
Samaritan.
got into my mind. I guess that's what I was subconsciously saying. I don't know.
I want to be torn to shreds, but I want an open casket. It's like, wow, that doesn't look like him at all. I would not have guessed that's Jordan. No way.
So funny.
Be like,
Is that his hand? I think that might be his foot. I don't know what it is. I have no idea.
We're just-
But that's the fun part.
It's like they put him through a paper shredder. This is crazy.
everyone there is just like the mom's like crying or whatever. Like it's just like a scene.
All your buddies are coming up. What the hell? Why did this guy have
Like,
an
bro, what
open
did he get into? Dude, that'd be kind of fun.
Such different perspectives, like families just sometimes it's like, what the like what is going on?
Your wife's there. She's like, he said very sternly, no matter what, have an open casket.
You really just wanted to laugh, I guess, and it kind of worked for some people, but didn't work for the others.
He had one request, and I honored it. I can't even tell his ethnicity. What gender is that?
Oh my
I also met like two friends were there, and one like looks over like, "Are you sure?" And the other guy's like, "Don't, not now. Like we'll talk about this later." It's like, "Are we sure this is him?" Like, I remember him being taller. It's like he's missing both legs.
So yeah.
They wanted to save money on the casket. Max utilities.
Classic case of match utility.
So what situation are you dying into where you're landed in this human flesh of a mess?
Dude, I thought it'd be kind of cool, actually. I was thinking like a historical event, maybe like Titanic.
Okay, but it's gonna be in the future. So.
Oh.
Project.
Oh.
Project.
I'm gonna take.
All right, so like 9/11 happens again.
Oh God.
We're not taking it down that way.
It's September 13th. 2 days.
Let's go with the maybe like a bubonic plague 2.0, like just
Maybe.
I don't know.
volcano.
The way
We're
his-
desensitized to that. It didn't happen in our lifetime.
The way his corpse sounded in the casket sounds like some sort of explosion material.
Okay.
I want to be
how
very
I go.
clear that we were talking about your corpse and not mine.
Are we really?
I want to be pristine. I want makeup. I want makeup.
Wait, that's what we were talking about this whole time? Is that
That's what I thought.
I was talking
That
about
wasn't until like maybe a minute ago or so.
See, it was easier to joke about it because it wasn't ourselves.
Who are you laughing at?
Dude, it was about a minute and a half ago. It was all you, and then it switched to you. My
More importantly, not Joe.
Who were you thinking?
bubonic and volcano comments were directed to you. Everything else was to you.
Damn, thanks. Honestly, thanks for the
got you.
bubonic
Got
plague.
you.
Honestly,
Yeah.
shout out.
Birthday didn't count for anything right here. Oh man, I was thinking about like, you know those like slow-mo videos where you're running away from this big fiery explosion?
Uh-huh.
It's like that, but you don't make it. So the fire like
Okay.
actually just like completely they always make it. They always do this jump thing. You don't. Shake up the It's like he's like, oh my, like he's running, it's super slow-mo.
Jumps
like,
off the side of something, and
Yeah.
then just metal and
And
shards
they're like,
just
"Whoa."
nail him. It's
Yeah.
like, oh shit.
And they're like, they're putting all this time into slow-mo. Obviously gonna make it. Oh wow, he doesn't. That's crazy. The fire's completely encompassed.
It's on like the news too. It's like there's actually a camera, and like the flame comes, and it's just like it's perfect, and all of a sudden it's just like overcomes you. It's just like, oh fuck, like we are not live anymore.
Yeah, like everyone,
Jumping out. What were you saying?
yeah, everyone does that like little jump over. Like you jump and you like trip and you just face plant and lay there, and then the explosion comes up.
Or I make the jump, but I still just tragically catch on fire, and I'm jumping out of the building and looking like the Human Torch from Fantastic Four.
Yeah, it's like slow-mo looking super epic, and then it just goes to regular speed and you just keep plummeting like into the street.
It's like a terrible attempt of a jump too. On fire.
How about you jump too early, then when you land, it's right at the edge of the building, feet catch it, like, face plant down the side.
It's like scraping up against the building, falling down.
It's like, I wish we could say at least it was cool, but...
It was a little messy on the
a
landing.
little messy landing.
You always were a good trier.
Imagine it.
always one
There's
more
some guys
It's all about the
down.
eulogy.
There's some
We always
guys
try.
like up there, they see you like, God, this guy better not ask for an open casket. Right?
Turns out he's got one.
This is hilarious. This is fucking hilarious. This is a good podcast.
Oh man, we talked about death for a while now, but we were laughing the whole time.
That's the way you gotta approach it.
Absolutely, I agree.
I do like the noble route, by the way.
Yeah, I think that'd be
Compliments on
cool.
that.
I wish I could like think of like a story of some sorts to where I'd like put my like can see myself in that situation, but like I don't know. Like I feel like no one can like actually say what they would actually do until they're up in that moment.
Oh, yeah, no.
Honestly,
Yeah.
like you can't imagine like how you're feeling and what like your anxiety's got to be out of the roof. Like,
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like if I obviously said like that's how I would like to go out, but like in the moment, like I would hope I would, but I like I don't think anyone can make a definitive statement on that
Oh, there's no way.
unless they've done it before. I feel like.
But how many people have died before?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, like
How many people do you know
Yeah,
that you could call up right now?
2.
7.
Nice.
This guy's got connections,
Yeah.
man.
Good shit, yeah.
I like the idea
Get him
of
on
like,
the pod.
yeah.
It's a great story.
So I don't see anything right now, but I can hear you and I can sense you.
Oh. Yeah,
Knock twice if your death was from this cause.
8 hours later. It's like, oh, we got it, yeah.
I got like those like radio sensor things. Like, oh, I can track it. I can track it.
You
He's
like
right here.
left your recorder on all night and you just hear knocks and you're listening. And it's like, oh my god, you knocked twice. That's crazy.
That might get negative views.
Yeah. You're like, all right, this guy is like starting to hunt down ghosts now. I don't know what's happening.
Let's not post that one.
That's 8 hours of nothing.
I'll be on some Logan Paul mold or whatever his name was. Or which Paul was it?
The Suicide Forest?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Logan.
That was Logan.
You're right, yeah.
That'd be in that mold. It's a whole new market.
You guys want to switch over to a lighter question?
Yeah, I'm down. Yeah.
I do like the idea of not glorifying, but kind of fantasizing the concept of an inevitable like tragedy that's gonna face us all. But like making it like in a funny, like goofy, funny,
Yeah.
like good way, I guess.
Isn't
Being able to laugh about it. I
when it
do
comes
the
to
concept.
when it comes to like things people fear the most, isn't like death like number 2 or something? I thought
Probably on, like,
public
public
speaking
speaking.
number 1.
Yeah.
Public speaking is number 1. I'm pretty sure I saw that somewhere. I'm like, what? Like that's just I don't know.
Yeah.
It's mind blowing that I don't know. Like obviously, like I don't know. I don't know. I've had my times where I've been like super like nervous to go public speaking, but like as long as you do it more and more, it's not a big deal. But like to put that over
Yeah.
no longer existing on this planet, like
Yeah.
I don't know. That's interesting.
What do you think that is? Just like the social judgment of like your peers or the audience, like
I guess-
thinking like, oh, this guy sucks, or what do you?
Yeah, I mean, it's just the fear of what people think about you, isn't it? Like, if you mess up, like, that's, like, I feel like that's your worry. Like, what are these people
That is
thinking?
wild.
Yeah.
That ranks higher than your own existence being terminated.
Yeah, I think it's
Fuck.
I think it's because of that, and then also it's like you spend so long like anticipating in your head, so
Yeah.
it's like it's not just like you're thrown in the fire and you just do it. It's like you have like probably a couple weeks to prepare, and it's like you like build up like some weird expectation in your head.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You're just running through all these scenarios.
Yeah.
Of what could go wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, all these things going bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know, but, like, just putting that over dying, like, that's, I don't know, that's just crazy. Like,
Yeah.
you'll make it through a speech.
you would hope.
Yeah.
No crowd's that rough.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. No one knows what's going to happen, but
Yeah.
most likely your chances are in the speech over death. Like, if
Yeah.
you're going to make it through one.
And who's actually listening? Like, who's really listening?
In class, no one. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, if it's a school project,
Yeah.
I'm not listening to you. Like, if you're presenting in front of me, I'm not listening.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no one had any reason to get, like, fed up over those things because everyone's just, like, staring off into space or trying to look at their phone. Like,
Exactly.
or, like, doing homework or something. No one's...
The only reason I'm not on my phone is because I get docked 10% of my grade if I am on my phone. So
I feel like you're thinking of a specific teacher.
I feel like a lot do. They dock you for that. That's such a dumb rule. Yeah, it's like I can't be on my phone. Like I'm not paying attention anyway. I'm just zoning out,
I
thinking
don't
about.
remember running into that rule in high school.
Really?
I feel like that was the
college.
thing. You gotta be like respectful of like the speech giver. Because
Yeah,
that's just good etiquette. Like if it's class you're trying to teach, you
Yeah.
might as well give them a opportunity, and it should be easy points.
Honestly, that's a common threat. That's a common threat teachers will throw at me. Like I feel like most presentations, like you get docked something if you're on your phone at any point or caught on your phone. Obviously,
I'm happy about that because that's just easy points. If you're just all you have to do is pay attention.
True.
But when it comes
Pay
to like,
attention.
Yeah.
I agree. But when it comes to like college, I'm like, I don't know. I think to an extent that's just like babying us in a way because like we should know that like we're missing out if we're dicking around on our phones. Like we should be paying attention.
Yeah.
We're just like being less prepared for the test.
Do you guys have any other like out of the ordinary college experiences like that you think they're kind of treating us like middle schoolers like in college?
Ooh.
Because I feel like professors are pretty good about treating you like an adult. Like okay, if you want to show up to my class and do your thing, like so be it. But like it's best if you show up, kind of deal.
Yeah.
But like I feel like I've had some like they treat me very childishly at points, or like not just me but the entire class.
I mean, like, I don't know. I get the point of attendance, but to an extent, I feel like it's just very high school. Like, if you're not going to class, like,
If you can make it work without going to class, go for it.
yeah, exactly. And some professors completely like own up to that at the beginning of the class. Like, if you cannot show up one day and get an A, that's fantastic. I don't know what you're doing right, but you're doing it right.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. With some professors, like attendance is very, very like strict, and I'm just like, we're taking away from ourselves if we're not showing up to class because I might be missing a 10-point assignment or something, or a pop quiz or.
I struggled to do it personally. I tend to show up to class because I find the class to be easier if you do.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's tough going into the semesters, like having those classes that are like, yes, you have to be there, and those classes like, oh, attendance isn't a thing. Like, it's just, I don't know. There's definitely those days where it's like, like,
don't wanna go to class.
yeah, exactly. Do I really need to go? Like, I mean, this guy's not really a pop quiz kind of professor. Like, it's like, nah. I mean, just going and taking notes and absorbing. Like, what else are you doing? Just sitting at home watching Netflix or whatever. So.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you can just go over the notes in half the time and you still get pretty much most of the concept.
Yeah.
This fly's just flying from each one of you to.
Yeah.
Not me though. Not me. Oh no.
He's like, yeah, that's what you thought.
I was just waiting for you to say something, bitch. Woo!
Because you say he just goes right down your throat. It's like, that's the way he killed himself. That was his way to go. He's just like, I want some guy to say some ignorant shit about me, and then I just go down his throat. I just end it that way. Just cause him some discomfort.
In an attempt to kill him.
Yeah.
The fly's eulogy, it's like he did what he always wanted to do, annoy humans. It's like,
You couldn't say he never went for it.
you couldn't say that's the only sentence I once said on my eulogy.
Couldn't say he wasn't a go-getter.
And it has a direct correlation to the death.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm about 3/4. No, 2/3.
Yeah, do some math.
I know, seriously. Honestly, I'm going to keep the topic jokingly because the one topic we were going to talk about with like AI and socialism and capitalism and everything.
Which one was that? Okay.
I don't recall. What is that? What is that? Isn't that like
Wolf of Wall Street. They're like interrogating the or not interrogate. It's like the regulatory body. The SEC is just like they're like looking through their funds because like surely they did something illegal.
Yeah.
And then they just every question is just like I do not recall, and then they bring like donuts the SEC does, like try and be friendly or whatever to be like cooperate.
Yeah.
She's like, I do not recall. Are there sprinkles on those? I do not recall. Like, he's just like it's pretty funny.
You're not budging me, but I still need to find out about those.
I'll eat your donut, but
Donuts are one of the top 5 cancer-causing foods, according to an article I read a few years back.
and Ernst Donuts, I will be going to tonight. So.
I was literally at Ernst Donuts last night, so cancer, bring it on.
Oh yeah,
I'm just kidding.
I'm ready.
I'm giving that chance for Hertz Donuts. Maybe that's why it's called Hertz Donuts.
But
I'm gonna grab cancer by the balls.
the heart hurt.
All right, favorite actor. If you guys had to name one.
One actor.
That's a hard question, honestly.
We can't narrow it down to a genre of some sorts. Action. Comedy. Just one actor.
Maybe
just
like,
go one actor.
you can do like a couple.
Okay.
If you can't like narrow it to one.
Because I feel like if we say comedy, we'd probably all say Will Ferrell. If I had to guess, that'd be my choice.
I'm trying to think of someone that
John
could
Cena
rival him.
or Sarah. Michael Sarah Cena.
Who the hell is that?
Who is
The fact that you don't know who it is.
No, yeah,
I
it
can tell.
was
I
like a
can-
dude that
I
I
can
didn't
pull it
find funny. So
Dude,
I
I
was just
have a
trying to say.
laptop. No, actually, I do know who that is. That's the dude in. Oh,
Yeah, Michael Sarah.
absolutely, yeah.
I heard he's kind of a douche.
Oh, look at that stash.
Oh yeah, Superbad.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, he's hilarious in This Is the End.
This is the end. Yeah.
Oh, he's so funny in that
He's got
movie.
his
It's
juice
not my
box.
actual, but
What's it?
He got that girl. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Not gonna go too much further into the scene. You have to watch it yourself.
This is PG. Let's keep it that way.
yeah, I'd probably say Will Ferrell for comedy.
Dude, honestly, I wish both of our shirts had shirt pockets. Not your jersey, but the polo and then this church shirt I got.
I would give up my shirt pocket for his jersey to have a shirt pocket.
Wow.
Oh wow.
I think that'd be cool. Like,
Put it here. Thank you.
What jersey? Do jerseys have many shirt pockets?
I've never seen one.
Why the hell not?
You know that might be the future. Soccer jerseys do though, right?
I don't think so. But they have collars. They do have collars.
I feel like
Typically speaking, a lot of them do.
maybe it's just rep jerseys. I feel like just in FIFA, I've definitely seen like maybe on the throwback jerseys, just like a
Should I,
white
should I
logo
pull up a soccer
refs,
jersey?
for sure.
with pocket. It's up to you.
Don't put the
With-
question mark at the end though. With pocket?
With pocket.
2 question marks.
Oh,
I'm Ron Burgundy.
The Human Torch was denied a bank loan.
It's the second time the Human Torch has come up.
we do keep tallies
That's
and
so
statistics.
I don't see any on here on Google Images. I've never seen any, like, at least in my career. They do have the not the crescent, but the
That's what I'm thinking.
symbolism,
Maybe
like
just
the
a shield.
U.S. jersey.
Yeah, that's what I'm
shield.
thinking of.
Okay, stupid. Pluck an eyebrow.
God damn.
The internship.
Yeah.
Owen Wilson, Vince Vaughn, those are good candidates for
Yeah.
top
They are.
actor. They wouldn't be mine, but
I was about to say, I think we can all agree Will Ferrell's still.
He's probably
Absolutely.
there.
For sure.
Yeah.
I would say Will Smith's up there for me. This is just me.
This isn't comedy. Are we talking comedy?
No, broadly speaking.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Everything.
Okay. That changes.
Leo,
Just comedy, Will. But
Will Smith, Leo,
Wilson, none.
Will Ferrell. Those are probably my top 3.
Yeah. I'd for sure have Leo and Will up there. As far as personal favorites,
Wait,
and
which
I
Will?
think are great. Will Smith.
Okay.
If there's another one, let me know.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
I think Ferrell Smith are the most.
Oh shit, there is a Ferrell. My bad. We were literally just talking about him. Yeah. He does act. That's correct. Man, those are probably my 2 personal favorites. I like Denzel, but I don't know if I can jump him up there that quick. Tom Hanks is great, but again, I don't know if he's
True. Tom Hanks
should
is
go
really
straight.
good.
Oh, what's the dude in he has courtside tickets to I think Lakers games.
Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson, yeah.
He's great.
Couldn't think of any movies, but I remember that.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo Nest is, I think,
Never seen it.
The Shining.
I haven't seen that either. That's a movie I've been meaning to watch.
It's been a long time if I have not seen
Alright.
Shining. Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, honestly. Like, I know that's like an iconic movie to watch for sure.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Yeah.
It's funny because I found out about that movie coincidentally while I don't remember how I figured out about it, but then so I figured out about it, and within that week that I figured out like that was like a movie I wanted to watch. So I haven't watched it.
It's taken off Netflix.
It like I probably heard about it like 2 or 3 times just that week. I was like, that's a movie I need to see.
Yeah, my introduction to The Shining was it's kind of a funny story. I don't know if I told either of you this, but in 6th grade spring break, I have a cousin. He's now in the Air Force, but he's from Colorado. My uncle's from Colorado, though. Like, they're from outside of Denver in Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
And we went up to...
Oh, very cool, very cool.
Yeah, we went up to some resort to ski, and I read The Shining while just in this, like, little, like, rental, like, house, just, like, in Colorado, like, kind of, like, during, like, yeah.
What?
Yeah, so, like,
What?
I read my first time
I don't know much about The Shining, but I know enough that
it's kind of a little creepy.
Yeah, that's not the most ideal situation, but it definitely...
Or it's exactly what you're looking for.
It definitely intensifies the experience, for sure.
And that's what we're going for.
That's why you turn off lights during a scary movie. Like, you gotta absolutely...
Exactly.
Make all of it pop, so...
Yeah. And a funny random thing about that ski trip is, just like a little side note, we paid for skiing lessons, and I shit you not, they would literally just say things like, turn left, turn right, and I'm just like, I don't know how. Like, teach me, teacher.
Yeah.
And then eventually my uncle, who's from there, just pulled me out of the lesson. Uncle Matt, if you ever see this, love you. Shout out. He just took me out, and within the first day, he taught me how to ski, and then by the end of the trip, I did a black diamond. First time skiing, yeah, it was nuts.
What's a black diamond specifically?
It was kind of like a cheat, or it's kind of a little bit of a cheap blood or black diamond. So there's like, my understanding, and I don't know a lot because I've literally been skiing once. The hardest one is double black diamond and then single black diamond.
Okay.
But my single black diamond had no mobiles. And usually most of them have mobiles, so like it's a little bit of an asterisk.
But I still have no idea what a black diamond is.
It's the second hardest like course to go down or whatever.
Oh, it's a course. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was a move.
It's like trail. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought
What
it was maybe
aspects
like a
about
180 or
this?
360?
What aspects about the course make it like overly tough than all the other courses?
In comparison to the ones there, are you talking about my specific one I
Like
did?
no,
or
like
in
the
general?
black diamond
Oh,
compared to
okay.
like other types. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Again, I don't really know because I've literally been skiing once.
Yeah.
I assume it has lots of mobiles.
Joe mentions he's skied, and me and Fischer are like, all right, so tell us all you know about skiing. Like,
Fastest time on the. Yeah, no, literally, if I had to guess, it's mobiles, which are like small little bumps, which apparently just wreck your knees, like, because you're just like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then maybe jumps, but I don't know if. I assume you could always go around a jump. And then I assume it's moving through a lot of trees and very steep downhill.
Okay.
So, if I had to guess.
I need to go so badly. I don't know if it's like I would definitely try both snowboarding and skiing, but like I definitely feel like I'd be much more drawn to snowboarding. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah, absolutely. Like, it just seems so fun. Like just that movement. It's like I feel like it's kind of like a ripstick a little bit. Like
Yeah.
I probably don't know. Like I need to try to know what I'm talking about, but that's just kind of like the movement I envision in my head. So
How do you prevent yourself? Because I went straight down. Do you just go side to side, almost like a swivel, to slow yourself down so you're not like just flying? Because otherwise you're going.
that's what you do on a ripstick, like down a hill, pretty much. You just kind of like go back and forth.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. It's fun.
Yeah. So,
I've been skiing once. I've never been snowboarding.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like when you skied, you'd go sideways and like tilt, and then sideways and tilt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I assume snowboarding, if it's just one, you're just like tilting to like and then tilting.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
To be honest, at the time I was pretty heavy into soccer, and I think I was about to start college soccer. Maybe it was during high school soccer season, one of the two.
You
but
don't
like,
want to risk injury or anything.
yeah, I was very, very tentative with allowing myself to go quick. Like I wasn't pushing the boundaries like I would in like
If you
usually
did it now.
any other like extreme sport, or if I did it now. Yeah.
Yeah. Funny reference on that. Andrew Luck, the Colts quarterback who's been hurt for like a year and a half.
Unlucky.
Yeah, no, he was. He went snowboarding.
I was so unprepared for that.
I was
It threw me up so bad.
I wasn't even
And then I had to remember the Colts player's name in reference to what you just did.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god. Anyways.
so obnoxious.
He like didn't say how he got hurt until he came back, and now he's back. He said it was just like on vacation snowboarding. And then, so everyone's just kind of like, you motherfucker. Like, you and
been out there.
snowboarding
Hey,
when
you
you're the
can't-
franchise quarterback.
You can blame the dude for living though.
No, I don't blame him, but like, it would have been a lot more controversial if he said it when he was still hurt.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people would probably hate on you, and then you have to recover from that.
What was he hurt specifically?
I think it was like a throwing arm maybe broken collarbone or
Damn.
something in his shoulder.
I feel like a collarbone would be like one of the worst things to break.
Yeah, I
like,
agree.
Collarbones like seem like so sturdy and like
I bank on my collarbone.
impenetrable, and like breaking that, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
That or like I don't know, like your femur or some shit like that. Like that's I don't know.
Yeah, that would suck. Or your knee,
Yeah.
sprain a knee.
Yeah.
Actually, our roommate Keenan, he has some messed up knees. But
Yeah.
on the topic of collarbones, Nathan Cooper, he's been on this podcast. He trained at the best jiu-jitsu
Yeah.
gym in the world, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But audio quality sucks.
And he's been on this podcast.
He's been on this fucking podcast. This podcast, right?
Yeah,
Here.
this
Like the podcast that you're on.
The podcast that
you're
Jordan
on.
Fisher
Was the Jordan Fisher experience.
Intrepid Jordan.
With young Jamie. And,
Subjective perspective.
subjective perspective.
Oh. Is that Amigos?
That is Amigos.
Yeah.
That is Amigos.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
definitely
Migos did say that in a song, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I was like,
Oh yeah.
It's on the new album.
Yeah, no,
I gotta use it. I guess I'll go with that. Whatever. It really does sound like Amigos.
Yeah, the Ghost Rider hands it to him like, Jordan's like, all right, we're going with it. It hasn't failed me yet. You just slid the Ghost Rider money or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
please, like,
What does it mean?
don't worry
Do
about
any
it.
of our songs mean anything?
Seems like only a few have acknowledged that lyric applies to this podcast. Sorry.
They're giving me shout outs, but I'm not getting the credibility I deserve. And it's just absolutely ridiculous.
Keep
And
telling them to throw me up on Instagram, and they just won't do it. And I don't know if they need more money or.
I can't think of a better adjective, but it's unflattering. It's the opposite of flattering.
That's funny.
But Nathan Cooper has been on this podcast and also trained at the best jiu-jitsu gym in the world, Art of Jiu-Jitsu, over in Southern California. He broke his collarbone in my house while not snowboarding, but he was sledding and attempted to snowboard on a sled, and then he fell. And so what we did is we iced the ramp leading up to it. So we iced leading up to it and the ramp, the actual ramp that we would hit while sledding, so that it would solidify, and that we'd be able to like ramp up it and like more efficiently, I guess, and that it wouldn't break.
And at probably a greater speed.
True. Because we did do it
Maybe.
before.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then he basically his weight, his like upper body weight shifted forward, and then I think his lower body weight shifted forward, and then he to compensate for that, he overcompensated by shifting his upper body, and then he ended up falling face forward directly on his collarbone on the ice. And then my mom actually got it on video because she was recording from my top deck, and hits the ice, and then looks up at my mom with the most innocent, in pain, I'm her kind of face, just like if I had to voice over and commentate the expression, it was like, oh, and then
Rhonda just zooms in.
She really did. On his face.
Help me, Rhonda. And then Rhonda's just commenting. It appears he needs help. Calling me specifically. We'll see where this goes.
Pussy. But he, and then me and my other buddy Kyle ended up snowboarding and sledding while he's just laying there hurt for a good 5-10 minutes.
No shit.
Yeah, we just didn't even take.
I feel like that
consideration.
always happens to the buddies. Just keep on doing what they were doing. He's hurt, he's fine.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh wow. And then you find out later what actually happened.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
Well said.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
That's usually how it goes down. I feel like.
I one time random.
We'll just set that right there.
You guys see that? Can
Jordan?
you guys see
Thank you.
where
Thank
the
you.
level of
Pleasure,
wine
mate.
is?
Pleasure
Wait a minute,
knowing
there
you.
is no level of wine because it's gone. It's absolutely
Thank you.
gone.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Honestly, thank you.
Thank you. That'd be in the speeches when they're trying to get the crowd quiet. They just say thank you a bunch. It's like,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you.
I'm saying it 4 times, it means quiet down.
All right,
5
shut up.
times, too much.
Shut up.
On with this. Here we go.
We have a time limit.
Have you guys broken anything before?
Meaning?
Oh,
Bones?
Yeah.
I was thinking
a glass bottle in
your
high
heart,
school?
Joe.
I got pissed off at my TV one time. Let me tell you.
It was gone. No, I've never broken a bone.
Really?
Yeah.
What about you?
I shattered my
Your
Why
heart.
can I not think of the name of it?
Just made that joke.
Oh shit! That's right.
It just
I didn't do that. The girl of my dreams did that to me, and she'll never live it down. And she's the one that got away. So.
You know who you are.
I still love you.
This is the point of this podcast.
Baby, come back.
I'm giving you a window. Please message me.
You have 3 weeks from when I post this. All right, we're done.
Start getting super desperate about it. It's like, all right, Jordan, relax.
The rest of this podcast is just going to be a tribute to her. I'm not going out tonight anymore, guys. I'm going to stay here.
We just have a hand on your shoulder each, and you're just like letting it all out.
I'm like the girl from Dodgeball with the hairy hands. I'm like,
What a great film.
good, maybe.
Ben Stiller's pretty funny too.
Very underrated, yeah.
Yeah,
Because he
I
wrote
agree.
Tropic Thunder and then the Zoolander masterpiece that it was. Whew.
Yeah.
Dude, I cannot remember the name of what I shattered, but it was literally my skull. Skull fracture. That's what I got. I got a skull fracture
Does that?
when I was like 3.
Okay, I've had to get staples in my head if that counts as a fracture to
Ow.
my skull.
What happened?
If I just took a spill right on my head and it busted.
Took a spill.
Yeah.
Like, are you referring to like you tried to take a drink and you just missed? Like, hit your cheeks?
Yeah, just really. Actually, yeah, when the liquid hit my face, it was just randomly like, 10,000 weights of force. It was just like, just threw me back.
More specifically referring to the blood spilling onto the pavement, but yeah, either way.
Gravity cannot explain
Yeah.
the spill.
How did you get that skull fracture, Jordan?
So I actually kind of remember it because I guess it was a traumatic moment in my life. But
You're 3?
yeah, I was like 3 or 4.
Very
roughly,
impressive to
yeah.
remember something when you're 3.
Yeah, I don't remember
real.
much of it, but I remember a
fine,
little bit. I
anything.
remember crying on my mom's lap. But
It's real.
so, and I remember waking up at the hospital. But
Wow.
so pretty much, I am playing on those like sprinkler things that shoot up at the zoo.
Yeah.
If that makes sense at all. Like they like shoot up in the air, and they're like pretty much holes in the ground that are not sprinklers, but like
Yeah.
fountains. Fountains
Yeah,
is a
dude,
good word.
I feel like we were at the zoo once and we walked by those things and you said something like I got really fucked up.
Like, we
on
gotta
those
leave.
things.
Like, we gotta leave.
Yeah, you started getting really like choked up about it.
Guys, we gotta get out of here, man.
Yeah, this is
You guys don't see it?
This is bad vibes right now.
Some bad energy going on. Was it that time that we went biking at Forest Park? Because I've never been to the zoo with you.
Possibly.
Okay.
Yeah, it was something like that. But I remember you just barely scraped the surface of the story. But anyways, go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry for so rudely interrupting.
Oh my goodness! I mean, it is your birthday, so I'll let it slide. But like,
Jesus, man.
yeah, I
If you do
know.
it after midnight, no.
You really, pretty much, we treat you like shit back to normal. No more special privileges. You can't do what you want.
So it was pretty much. I don't remember exactly how I felt. If I had to guess in how my memory serves me, which is probably wrong, but there's a good chance that I'm right. Because I'm always
Trust
right.
it.
I'm always right.
You are always
and,
right. I've noticed
so I pretty much my
That all
feet.
is so
I was running, sprinting. Probably one of the fastest 4-year-olds you've ever seen in your entire life.
Top 5.
Just top 5. And I'm just running and sprinting, and my feet pretty much just swipe out from underneath me, and then I fall back directly, complete impact on my head,
On pavement?
on the back of my head. Yes, on pavement.
How did you slip
Wow.
out?
Do what?
How did you slip out? Wait, you
I-
slipped? My bad. You were running and
Pavement
slipped
was
back?
just wet.
Yeah,
On those
yeah.
fountains.
So
Was it wet?
I slipped on the wet surface of where the sprinklers were
Wait.
on concrete.
Did you have
yeah.
tennis shoes?
No, barefoot. If I had to guess, because I was running in a sprinkler, I guessed I was probably just in shorts or something like that. No socks, shoes, anything, shirt.
Like, I don't know you from your childhood, but I'm just imagining little Jordan just like this is a great idea, like running up, and then like you get there and just like, and then it's just like everything's so good, and then a second later you're just like, and then it's just like, just all
Everything-
bad.
Blackout.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's
That's traumatic.
Crazy.
That's crazy you remember something when you're 3.
Yeah, barely, just because it was so traumatic.
Anything, yeah.
Oh,
That's impressive.
I had something else to say to that. Oh, since then, at least in the St. Louis area, I swear to God, I've noticed like I'll walk by those kind of sprinklers and like they're like very padded now. Like
You
they're like
think
padded.
you're the reason, maybe?
I think there's a possibility I'm the
You've
reason.
basically saved thousands of from
Just another.
from
You
skull
just
fractures.
deserve it.
Exactly. Honestly.
Yeah, there's so many children that
Let me
line
fact
them
check
up for
that.
thanks.
That's-
Honestly,
that's
effective
correct.
altruism right here.
That's
Have
correct.
they
Sure.
written you
guy.
letters at all, or is any
Fan feedback?
have you gotten any credit for this whatsoever?
More than I'd like because I'm so fucking humble.
All right, that's. I thought you were gonna roll with the cocky avenue. You went the other direction completely.
This is the cocky humble.
Wow.
the cocky guy that claims the cocky guy who claims to be humble.
Classic.
Wow. Cheers, man. Just saved a bunch of kids from school.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, could I have a beer? And my justification is because I drank you guys out that one night.
Yeah, that didn't happen, but we're giving him a beer because we're nice.
Yeah.
We're not. This has nothing to do with the past
bring
due.
it up in the pod to where, like, if we say no, we come off as
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Jordan.
You will
actually
be
my
buying us a drink at the bar.
Yeah.
That was my second justification of being honest.
Yeah, because you can't say no because we're on a podcast.
Dude, I have a crazy story that I don't know if I've told either of you, but both of you, like, this is a good time to tell you.
Okay.
Because it just
Let's go. Let's hear it.
So, like, it has to do with, like, the, like, you know, like, the padding to fountains, like, you started a trend or something, like, so to speak. Mm-hmm. So, this was freshman year after a basketball practice. It was me, my buddy Jonathan Pugh, and his mom, Jackie. And we go to Chipotle, we're eating in, and you remember the knockout game where you're supposed to get someone on camera, like, knocking someone out, and, like, there's, like, people, it was, like, it may have been a gang initiation, but it was just, like, a thing.
Are you
Yeah,
supposed
I mean, like,
to
I've seen people do it.
Knock them
like
out.
smack them?
I think it's just, like, a punch on camera, and then you're supposed to knock them out.
Are they knowing of that punch, or are they like
No, this
consenting
is-
to it?
No, it's, like, strangers.
What?
Yeah. It's illegal. You know, it's a problem.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I think it was for gang initiations is like the rumor, but I didn't look.
So they
I
have to
didn't
go
look too far
out.
into
They
it.
have to go out into public and
Just
knock
knock out
someone
a
out
stranger.
randomly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And get on film.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the concept we're working with. Here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was a victim. I didn't get knocked out, but just so we're eating in a booth, and these two kids, like, one of them has a camera standing by the back door. And, like, they're kind of, like, giggling, laughing. Like, the other one's, like, working his way around the room and, like, slowly coming over. And then, like, he starts to get close. And finally, like, we're talking in conversation. And Jonathan's mom, Jackie, she just, like, stops, like, talking. Just, like, what are these kids doing? Like, kind of like an innocent, like, and then out of nowhere, this kid just, like, cocks back and slugs me. And, like, I really didn't feel that much. Like, have I told you either of this?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, can I get guac on that, do you think? Just out of nowhere. Jeez.
No, but yeah, no, I get nailed in the face, and then, like, I'm almost just like, I'm in awe. I'm just like, what the fuck? What? Like, what just happened? I'm just like looking around, like, what? They dart out the back door. They, like, run away or whatever. And then turns out that Chipotle started, like, they took off the entry to that back door.
Because of that.
I assume it's because of that, but it happened within 2 months and it's still
Trendsetter.
like that to this day.
Trendsetter.
Positive trends.
You are allowing so many people to order guac without getting interrupted by a
Yeah.
So many people. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Wow.
No, yeah.
That's a handshake worthy.
They took off the back handle to the back door so no one could, like, come in that way and, like, do foul play. Like, you have to, like, go in by the line now.
Dude, that's crazy that happened to you. Though.
Yeah. I could the most fact proof I could do is I know Jonathan, like, he Facebook messaged, because that was the thing freshman year of high school. He just Facebook messaged, like, tagged me and just, like, it was like, wow, like, Joe Ernst really just got punched in the face at Chipotle.
Wait, how did they do it though? Did they
point.
come behind? Like, were they like? Did they stand up in the booth behind you and then just like whack you?
So, like, if this is the booth and, like, a wall's right here, and, like, I was on the side, like, just like this, kid walks around and just, like, right hand slugs me, and then, like, he hits me, and I'm just like, it was a crappy hit, I will say. And I was just like, what? And then, like, they, like, ran out the
He
back
was
door,
on
and I
the
was just like,
ground. Don't let him fool.
you're gonna ask Jonathan Pugh and his mother.
I will call him now. Put him on speaker.
I will call his mother.
She was there too.
I will call Jackie.
Jackie.
But how did you respond to that?
No, yeah, like obviously if I could redo it or whatever, like, I just would have chased them, because, like, they were younger, and, like, I was bigger freshman year, and this kid, the kid I was with, he actually ended up playing D-end at Coffeyville, which is, like, a pretty good JUCO for football. So, like, we definitely, like, if it came down to it, like, we were bigger than these kids.
Dude,
but to me, I was just in shock. You just nailed me. I was like,
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
Like,
no,
I was confused. I was like,
no one can ever expect that in line at Chipotle. Like,
I was in a booth.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, either
But
way.
regardless, you shouldn't expect that in either place.
I wasn't even mad. I was just confused.
For real. It was shocking. Yeah, but
Wow, that's absolute bananas.
I've known you for 4 years. I'm surprised I haven't told you that.
Yeah, you've never told me that. That's
it's funny.
insane.
Wait, so when did that happen?
Freshman year of high school.
Okay.
So 8 years ago.
On that topic, though, I bet that both of us have not reciprocated a lot of crazy stories. Just good story, crazy, good, whatever. Like, just in the time that we've gotten to know each other.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Well,
Every now and again, you get into stories on something, and there's always that moment of like, I haven't told you this yet.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
What in the hell? Like that's so like weird that I don't know, that story hasn't been told.
Honestly, it's like a bonding moment. I feel closer to Joseph over here. I feel closer to Joe.
Yeah, he got
There's
his
a
ass-
table between
he
us,
got his ass beat
but we're
at Chipotle
closer.
at 14.
I got slapped confused.
That's the dumbest concept though. Like to walk up to random strangers
Try and
and
knock
hit
them
them in
out.
the face.
Try and knock him out.
So that was actually like a pretty consistent thing happening back
think
at that time.
I think it was like a trend within maybe like a 8-month span or something.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if we just connected dots, but I remember thinking it's for a gang initiation thing, but I don't know if that's right.
Why do you think you were the target? Have you thought about that?
I was just on an end, and it was like a nice right hand cock, and I'm not like a 50-year-old woman, like I'm a kid. So I was like, I'd be like 14. Those kids are probably like, how old were we freshman year of high school?
Freshman year of high school is 15.
Yeah, so I was probably like
15.
Yeah, I was probably like 15, and those kids were just like probably like 13 or something. They're just like,
Okay.
at least I'm just picking on someone my own age type of deal.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's respectable.
I'm sure these kids didn't think it out. Like, I'm sure they didn't have a master plan. Like,
Probably not.
Yeah.
If these kids are punching random people in the face to get in on some club, they're probably not.
and not knocking them out.
And not even finishing the job either. Yeah.
That's they will have to do it again. That video
Yeah.
will not work in that club.
No, it won't. The video did not see you drop. It's bullshit.
I really wanted that video just to, in a weird,
Get viral?
Not for PR. I at least wanted to see that video.
Totally.
I at least wanted to somehow
Look how
stumble
well I
upon.
took this punch once. He's bringing it up while we're out. I was
World
14 at the
star.
time. I was 14. Took this punch so well. Check this out.
I'm just curious, what that looked like. It was just like,
I'm imagining the kids running out just like,
Yeah, honestly, I'm picturing some super twerpy kids, and
Yeah.
Joe's just like, what the hell? What just happened?
you gotta have a bit of a dose, just a dose, at least a dose of fuckboy.
Oh,
than
yeah.
you. If you're gonna try some shit like that.
bare minimum.
Bare minimum.
Like, some people ding dong ditch, some people try and knock people at Chipotle. You know, it's just the culture shock. You know, it's just a little
Did
different.
you guys ever mess around with ding dong dishing at all?
Yeah,
A little bit, yeah. I remember that, yeah.
I had
A lot.
I had a kid who was a.
Shutting the laptop.
I like it.
I don't know why. Just felt it.
One of my buddies was actually, he was like one of the best athletes, and we were ding dong ditching, and he fell down and broke, I think, his wrist.
Wait, are you implying he's a better athlete than me? Because we're gonna have some confrontation if you are.
You know, it just depends on sport. You know, it's all about, it's circumstance based. I would not brushstroke any statement here.
Okay.
But yeah, no, we had to lie about his injury and how it happened because ding dong ditching's too juvenile to get away with. Yeah, we said monkey bar fall. We thought that would suffice.
That gives it a more innocent.
Yeah. We were at the
innocent feel to
playground.
it,
You know,
yeah.
the school owns site because
Yeah.
we want to. We like to have fun. It worked. The story checked out.
What age was your ding dong ditching phase?
Oh wow.
That's interesting.
Jordan's 12 to 20.
How old am I now?
12 to last night.
Yeah.
It may be continued.
Yeah. Pretty much this morning, I might have also. You have a problem with it. You're just,
I would
I have
say
a problem with ding dong ditching. I don't know.
This is my intervention. Actually, someone help me.
The podcast goes black and white. There's some solemn music and zoom in on Jordan. He starts crying. I'm a ding dong ditcher.
Compulsive.
Yeah.
Some people hoard. I ding dong ditch.
I have a confession.
That's funny.
I have to use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Absolutely. I do too, but I've been holding it.
Yeah, we could do in shifts.
Okay, that's good.
Work well for our audience.
If you want to optimize time, you could go right outside. It's a thought.
Yeah,
it's
well,
a thought.
I'm gonna use our bathroom.
It's a thought I said publicly because we're on camera right now.
I mean, right behind the
trying
curtain
to
is
cop
not
the,
even a big deal. Like, I don't think the
dogs would go in there,
I don't think
so.
it'll pick up on any sound or anything.
By the way, the dog that lives in our house, really cool roommate, Keenan, he has a dog. He has 2 dogs, and one of them is a brand new puppy, about 4 to 5 months old, and likes to piss and shit right behind this fucking curtain, and it's just phenomenal. I love it. I love that he does that. It's a great habit this dog has implemented. But the ding dong ditching era. Sorry to cut you off because you were
You're
about to
good.
comment on what I said.
What's the age range?
I would say probably around the. I have a good story for you actually that just triggered that thought. Okay, so probably
It's a ding dong ditching story.
it's similar to a ding dong ditching story, which is what triggered the thought, and also the time that I was about done with the ding dong ditching. So it's close. It's okay. So it's probably about, I would say, 5th grade, because I used to ding dong ditch in hotel rooms whenever I go in soccer tournaments. And then I got very into it like 7th, 8th grade with some friends in my neighborhood.
Okay.
I would say it ended probably around the time of, typically speaking, probably around the time we got our driver's license, about sophomore year of high school. So about 5th grade to about, what was that? Was it 10th grade?
Okay.
10th grade? But would you like to hear a story of
Yes.
some people, some individuals that you happen to know?
Yes. Good.
Okay. This is funny. This is, I want to say this is junior year of high school. I think this is junior year of high school. This is probably one of my best high school stories. I'm going to cap this because for no reason. So, junior year of high school, it's me, 2 seniors, Caleb Patania, Michael O'Shea, you know them.
Yep.
3 juniors, Justin Schoenberger, I don't know if you know him, Kevin Jansen, and
Yep.
Mike Tulin.
Yep.
Okay, so Grant and I went to high school together, so that's the reason I'm referencing these individuals. We go out, we probably TP, vandalize, both. About
Heavy quotes.
heavy quotes.
Heavy quotes.
Hard quotes. Hard
Yeah.
quotes. A lot of people.
Talking about TV.
Okay, so basically, long story short, me, 3 juniors, or
High school, I'm hoping.
yeah. I don't remember the age. I don't remember what age we were. It doesn't really matter. But me, 3 kids that were your age, Joe. You're younger. And then 3 kids that are me being one of those kids that are my age. We go out. We probably TP. Holy shit. I would say about 10 houses,
In one
roughly
night?
speaking. Yeah, one night. We did some work. We did
Was
some
it
damage.
thorough jobs, or was it kind of just like?
We did some good jobs on
Half-ass.
some people. Like we hit some people pretty hard.
Thorough?
Like 3 or 4 of those houses we got good, but a few of them we kind of half-assed. But we just went out and just wrecked kids, man. Long story short, we get back from this around 3, 4 in the morning, and we're about to go to bed. My mom's up with us because my mom's super sick and stays up late and stuff. And my mom is, I think she's turning off the lights or something. But however she figured this out, she is in the, like, to where she has access to a window that you can see right outside my front door. And she sees somebody putting tampon pads or like pads on tampon pads and saran wrapping my car that I was driving at the time. We see this. It ends up being, he knows these people, Zach Wishnuff and Alejandro.
Come on, bro.
Okay. So we end up, I'm cool with both of those guys now. At the time, though, I did not like Alejandro. So this would have been junior year, I think, because I was cool with him by senior year. So junior year, he was like my best friend freshman year, sophomore year, really good friend. Junior year, I forgot. I don't even remember why, which just reminds you, if you're in high school, like, high school drama is so bullshit, because, like, I think back on this situation now, this scenario, and I, like, can't even recollect for the life of me what even went down between me and this person.
High school is always usually
Sniffy
fairly
time.
petty.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit.
High
honestly.
school is very petty, I would say.
So I don't even remember what it was, but I didn't like him for whatever reason. There were reasons, but I don't remember why even at this point in time. It doesn't matter. And
Does matter.
I don't like him to the point that me and the 2 seniors, so Caleb Batania and Michael O'Shea, we go out the back door, sneak around the house, and just start sprinting after them. We
Somebody
end
tackled
up,
him.
we don't catch them.
But was it an epic chase?
They both went after both people. What am I saying? So they both like dispersed. One of them went to their car, their truck that they were driving at the
drove
time,
away.
Zach.
and the other one, Zach went to his truck, and then Alejandro went scattered around my neighborhood. We decide that we're like, let's not chase him on foot. This is way cooler. Let's chase him on cars. We get back in Caleb's car. We chase him
Some guy was
around.
standing on top of your car as you were driving around.
No, he wasn't standing on top, but
Yeah, I know.
but so Alejandro's out like in my neighborhood somewhere. Zach is gone. Zach is in his car. We go back in Caleb's car, start chasing Zach around my neighborhood. We chase him in our car. He's not leaving my neighborhood. He's just like, he would like turn around in courts and like whatnot, and like we're going like 60, 70 through this neighborhood, like reckless speeds at 5 a.m. in the morning, flying, and he's just going like turning around looking for Alejandro. He's waiting to get Alejandro in his car so that he can like leave. We're just flying around the neighborhood for probably about an hour. We go to other neighborhoods, chase him. We ended up trapping him in a court at one point. He drove through like 3 people's lawns. We had a friend. We had a friend
You guys
who
pulling
was
out guns on him?
we had a friend, Brendan Steber. I don't know if you remember him.
Yes.
He was doing a ride along with a policeman. on this particular night.
Oh my god. Was he telling you at least like don't come on the street?
He got 17 police calls that night on us alone. But for
you got away
whatever
with
reason, they were unresponsive. No police came at any point in time.
Well done.
No police
Lot
came
of
at any
respect
point in
being
time. Swear to God.
Oh my god.
And
That's crazy.
what were like some of the calls? Was like, yeah, car drove through lawn. Like,
I honestly don't know. There's a good
worries.
chance of that because
Yeah.
he went through like 3 people's lawns, and it was right in front of another friend of ours who like told us like, yeah, like our neighbors are pissed about that right now. like that next week at school. And so we keep chasing him around, and I don't remember how the situation resolved itself, but dude, it was a good hour that we're chasing him 60, 70 miles throughout these small, condensed neighborhoods, flying at 5 a.m. in the morning. And it was intense. It was awesome.
crazy.
Because I don't remember I don't even know what we would have done if we would have caught him. Because I think the plan was like they're like, Jordan, you don't like Alejandro, so you're gonna kick his ass whenever he starts approaching Zach's car. Because Zach's gonna have to stop.
So wait, which friend is stirring shit up, telling you this stuff?
Probably Caleb, mostly.
Probably, yeah.
Probably mostly. Michael's
You gotta
not
beat
an
Alejandro's
instigator.
ass, Jordan. It's the only way. yeah, it is the only way.
But
You're
Caleb
right.
was good friends with Alejandro, so like, Caleb was clearly just stirring shit up.
Yeah, he was just wanting to see his own happen. That's
Exactly.
fair. That's fair. That's fair. We've all been there.
But that's one of my greatest high school stories.
yeah.
But that came up because of the Ding Dishing thing, because that all started through junior senior wars.
Okay.
Did you guys ever play the kidnap game?
I don't think I did, but I knew it was the thing.
Do you remember like the concept of the game?
I think so.
Like how there were 2 cars, 2 teams.
I never played it, but
Never played it.
I've heard of it. What was it?
It's basically like you have 2 cars, 2 teams, and each team gives a person from their team over to the other team, and like you play kidnapped. So you like put them in your trunk or you put them in the back seat and blindfold them, and you play music, and like you'd set a parameter on like where to drop these people off.
Or a time limit.
Yeah, or a time limit, and you drop them off, and they'd have a phone. You obviously couldn't use any sort of GPS location. So, like, if you're the guy being passed over to the other team, you're getting dropped off in a random-ass place. You have your phone, and you call your other team, just call, and you have to describe to them your surroundings to help them try to find you.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Can't send location or anything.
Yeah, can't send location. Like, literally, so you're standing there, you're like, all right, so I'm in a
Building.
neighborhood. I see, like,
So whoever
these
gets
type
them
of houses.
first, or whoever
Yeah.
returns them to a place
Whichever team gets their person first wins, and then they call up the other team and be like, "Hey, like I found him." That was a pretty fun game back in high school.
That is a
I'd
cool
say.
game.
Yeah.
Like my buddies have just been dropped off in the worst places. Like one of my buddies got dropped off in a construction site once.
That's cool.
So you literally open up the trunk. This guy's blindfolded. You take him out and you look like there was one time like we like took him all the way out into a field. Like we were so mean, and it was cold out. Didn't give him a hoodie, didn't give him a flashlight, nothing. Like took him out to a field, ripped the bag off his head, and just ran back to the car.
Figure it out, pledge.
Trying to figure out like where our guy is. Yeah, just.
Dang.
Yeah, I don't know. There were some
Savagery.
sketchy spots that people were dropped off at, but
Wow.
it was a pretty fun game. That's for sure. It was pretty intense.
My mom was incredible at that game, by the way.
At describing
That
or
does
at
not
finding?
At driving. She was a good
Oh.
driver and like dropping them off.
So
No,
she-
I
She would play that with us, yeah.
That's pretty
Dude, my mom took us.
We called it hostage, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Called
heard
it
it called
kidnapping.
hostage. Yeah, for
Okay.
sure. My mom used to take me and friends TPing actually, so that's super funny. I feel
That's
like
cool.
our moms are very similar.
Yeah.
You know? Our moms are pretty fun moms, I would say.
Parents' weekend, bro. Parents' weekend.
Yeah, for sure.
Gonna hit it hard.
Absolutely.
big. This is big.
It's big, great weekend. I'm super
This is
excited.
an opportunity.
Yeah, to get free groceries and alcohol. Yeah. Woo, cheers. Parents, man, they're great.
Gave us life. Yeah.
Bird of dust, the works, the usual.
Shout out, big thank you, big shout out. Thank you. Well, we do have one last topic.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to talk about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I know where you're going with it, and I think it's worthy of our attention.
It's a pretty serious topic.
Yeah,
It is.
Like,
it is.
very serious.
Like that whole death thing, like
That was nothing.
That's amateur hour compared to what's
That was a
happening.
good introduction to warm us
Absolutely,
up.
yeah.
We pushed the envelope early.
Yeah,
I'm not going to be able to talk about this as knowledgeably as Joe and I had a really good conversation about this earlier today.
We did.
It was really cool. But it was down here as well. It's 8:53, by the way. What time do we want to go to the bars?
Maybe at 9:30 start to settle this down and then like go from there.
Okay, cool, absolutely.
Cool.
How are we getting nervous, by the way, too?
I'd settle that after 9:30.
Cool.
All right.
I think there's a pretty good question to end on too. I would say.
I gotta
Yeah,
go to the bathroom really bad, though.
All right, I
So I'm
say.
That's around the intermission, or
I feel bad leaving.
Have you ever
Should
left?
you say the question and we start spitballing?
Have you ever left in your own podcast? Like left the room?
Once. Literally one other time, and Joe was on it. It was with Alex.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
So
Yeah, and
I wasn't there early enough.
I
for
came
that.
back actually with this realization. I was making oatmeal in the middle of the podcast, and I remember realizing
I
that
shouldn't do
this
that.
is a
Sounds
really
about
bizarre
right.
thing to. So I'm kind of obsessed with the duality as far as parallel opposites are concerned of confidence and humility. How those are two parallel opposites on the spectrum, and it's kind of interesting because that duality simultaneously coexists with the duality of masculinity and femininity, and there are parallels within that as well. So it's interesting because I think
Is that sexist?
well, I think it's funny.
was that
'cause
sexist?
I think men typically struggle with humility, and women typically struggle with confidence,
Okay.
which is really
Absolutely,
interesting
okay,
to think
yeah.
about. So I'll
Oh,
leave you
yeah,
guys
yeah.
with that, and I'm gonna take a piss.
So basically, what I got from that is the 2 times that you've been on this podcast.
He likes to
is
walk
the 2
off.
times he's left the room.
So I doubt that I will be invited back. If this how it goes.
Unless he likes taking his breaks and then you become a very consistent guest. He's like, you know
Yeah.
what? I like the intermissions. Joe stays on.
Or maybe there's a co-host opportunity for me, and he's not telling me, but
Wow, and he's like
just-
molding you into this.
yeah,
All right, that's
throwing me into the fire.
That's cool, Fisher. I could do that, but
So is this my cue to pick a topic?
yeah, were we supposed to spin off of what he was
I don't know.
yammering on about?
I don't know if I can spin off that.
Yeah, I followed. I would say a solid 30% of what was going on.
Yeah, no, yeah. But should we just jump into this and then he can just
Absolutely.
join me away? So the thing we were talking about was how will the role of artificial intelligence affect America going forward in the aspect of would it become more capitalistic or socialistic? And the main thing is based around is robots will be taking normal jobs like cashiers, etc., just normal jobs. So what are those people are going to do? Do they need to stay motivated through capitalism, or do we need to start doing a more all-inclusive approach of socialism?
All right, pause. Jordan's coming in, and then
Maybe let him
coming in hot.
He's coming.
Coming in hot. Jordan,
Hello?
when you were talking about the very serious question, what route were you gonna go? Does anything.
So the future of American economics once AI is implemented,
Okay.
which will be in our lifetimes, which is fucking wild
be
to think
real.
about. We'll be on like the elder perspective of this all, but it's fucking
cool.
weird.
I'll be real. I thought we were all being complete smartasses, and the question was gonna be, "What's our favorite Will Ferrell scene?" I definitely thought that's what was happening. Like,
no
way.
You know, that was the question.
And
We can go there.
And we were just being really, really sarcastic about it. I'm like, yeah, like, oh, I can easily hop on this. And then you dropped an actual question. I'm like, oh, wow, okay. I need to change avenues.
Yeah, no, we can do the wolf.
No, no,
I
I
dropped the question.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm cool with talking about either one, honestly.
I don't care.
I'm
No,
very open to
the
either.
questions dropped. Let's roll with it. I just thought it was funny that
Yeah.
was my perspective of what was
That's
going
You
awesome.
were thinking it was gonna be a Will Ferrell, Anchorman.
I'm in
or-
here like, what's my favorite scene from old school? Let me think about capitalism.
Just like, oh shit, yeah, we're doing this.
yeah.
So what topic are we talking on? Because they're very different.
Yeah, we were talking about the. It was the way I phrased it was, with the role of artificial intelligence coming in, do you think America will be? It could go a different avenue, but mainly either capitalistic or socialistic because of AI and more automation.
So
And there's like, yeah.
I'll ask you this: like, in what way will AI push us towards socialism or capitalism? If that makes sense. Like in your head, like how can you see it going which way or the other?
We were mainly talking those two, but if you have any other ideas, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
But those are the two routes we could imagine easiest, at least.
Okay, so how could AI push socialism?
We were saying that, and then feel free to interject. It was like, due to automated jobs, there will be a lot of people, at least for the current job market, there'll be a lot of people unemployed.
Yep.
So what they'll have to do is either they have to stay motivated and find other stuff to do, which would be the more the capitalistic approach, is like find new jobs for them, or it'd be the socialistic approach is like, okay, all these people have jobs, we need to take care of them.
Yeah.
Let's do like an all-inclusive, like everyone gets
Get
an
some sort
apple
of
out of
program
the
together,
basket
yeah.
approach.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, I don't know, one, which way we would go, and two, which way I think would be best. I would like people to stay motivated. That sounds great.
Yeah, I
But
think that's important.
We need to make sure we don't fuck or screw people. Pardon. Make sure we don't screw people over too.
What a save. What
Yeah,
a
well, there's no
Class.
CK. Yeah, so I really, that's kind of where I'm at. It's like we take care of them, but like don't screw them over, but like somehow try and keep them like motivated and like
yeah,
just trying to do stuff.
All right, badass.
Yeah.
Smashing the beer.
Yeah, I know. Like, I will say this: like, when it comes to like just human beings and like the day to day, like, I know people are like, oh, like, gotta go to the job, like 8 to 5, like blah blah blah. It gets so boring. But like, if we're not in some sort of job or with some sort of purpose, like, what are we doing with all that time? Like I'm currently
Hobbies.
like trying to find. Yeah,
Mission.
exactly. Like I'm currently trying to find a job this semester and just doing school full time. And I just have like a bunch of free time on my hands, and like I don't know. I just think humans like are designed to stay busy.
Yeah.
Like, and I think it's beneficial for the human in the long run. If
What do you
I
mean?
agree.
What do you define busy as?
busy as in finding purpose, feeling like you're making a difference in some small sort of way, like even just like something to work towards, like say like at your work specifically, you're on a project and it's the completion of that project or whatever it may be, like just like I don't know, just constantly having a goal of some sorts, and like I don't know, just kind of like staying busy and like keeping your mind on something.
So do you think the human reward system can be like incentivized by, I guess, just money alone? Because I feel like people can set the
capitalism.
goal of just like, I mean, a lot of people do it, just showing up to work for like something they don't give a shit about, but
Getting
like,
a
you know what?
paycheck.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, exactly. I gotta
Yeah.
get that paycheck. Gotta get that paycheck.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say money. I would definitely say like I would go the fulfillment route, because like I mean I think we've seen so many cases of so many people that have all the money in the world and they're not happy.
Yeah.
Like there's been so many cases that have so many famous people like can pretty much do whatever they want and they just like don't want to live anymore.
So what do you think once AI is taking away these autonomous jobs. For example, like truck driving right now in America, just in the United States exclusively is like 8 million jobs or something crazy like that. Like once we get like driverless cars and we can implement that so it's actually more effective than human driving, like what are those 8 million people doing? And then like once that technology reaches the point to where like driverless cars become a thing, I mean, with whether it be that point in time or not, but like within a decade,
This idiot's
like
applying to Uber.
Uber's gonna be autonomous too. It really will.
Yeah.
But like BK, like Burger King, McDonald's, like all those places, like all these fast food chains that are like these jobs that don't really require too much intelligence on the human spectrum, that we could probably implement some form of intelligence, implying like AI that's going to create that like make our burgers for us and then deliver those burgers for us. So let's say that all these jobs are completely obsolete at that point in time because we can more efficiently and more competently create these jobs that a form of machine can do more efficiently and more competently than a human being can. So therefore, the human being becomes obsolete and unpaid and undesirable.
Doing what? Yeah, what is that human being doing now? Like that's
Exactly.
Crochet
that's very much
blankets
the
for
question.
Like it really comes down to a societal, ethical, and economic issue.
Yeah,
I'm sure America will take the economic approach, as always.
yeah.
I feel like that's what we've always
people
done.
busy in a productive way that kind of benefits
I
everyone.
feel like we can find like a fair amount of busy ways that are gonna like incentivize them like monetarily.
Yeah.
But like, how you really think like we're talking about a very vast portion of the population. I don't know like statistically speaking how many people, but like what would you guys guess of these people that are these
Jobs
jobs?
that could be autonomous.
Like yeah,
If AI is as great as we think it could be. Like, as far as, like, so if we're assuming 8 million truck drivers will be off the roads because cars can drive themselves, like, we're assuming AI is, like, great.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Assuming it's at its
Yeah.
top performance in our minds.
Or
Yeah.
at least just as good. Like
At least of that quality.
Well, if we're talking truck drivers, they're actually proven to be like they will be better than human drivers. But like as far as like
But even
let's say a
that,
cashier, like they're gonna be, let's say they can do it just as efficiently or maybe even more efficiently.
I feel like the cashier is closer than the autonomous car right now.
Oh,
Because
for
Walmart's
sure.
self-check, and then
Absolutely.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
McDonald's is almost, it's weird because you can, at least some of them I've been to.
They have their spots where you can do it all on your own, or you can go interact with a human. I prefer.
I prefer the human.
I usually go for the human.
Yeah,
Same.
okay.
Same.
I didn't want to
Yeah,
contradict.
no. That's what. That's
I do
where
go for the human.
it's
Honestly,
interesting coming from younger people too.
Honestly,
That's interesting.
because like I think it's
Yeah.
what I'm most comfortable with, and I think in my head it's faster than going through the machine because like
The machine can always mess up.
Yeah, sometimes you run into something or you mess something up and like don't go
Yeah.
the way about it's supposed to go, and like yeah.
It's like in Jurassic Park where you guys may get the reference, I don't know. But Samuel L. Jackson, he actually I made a reference to this earlier. He can't get into the dude's computer and it's like, what's the magic word?
What's
like
the
type
magic
in-
word?
Yeah.
What's the magic word? Yeah, he was like taunting him.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
God damn it.
It's just like that could be a problem with computers. It's like they just can't work with humans sometimes, but
Yeah.
I assume they'll be smart enough.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I kind of, whenever I go to like the human person that's a cashier in comparison to the self checkout, I kind of think of it like ethically. It's like, okay, I'm doing this, so I'm giving these people a job. I'm ensuring that like the
That's a good way to think about it. Yeah.
the job standpoint, but also like it's just less work for me too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Little bit of
Walmart. I'm always gonna go to the self checkout. Like that's.
Oh really?
I think so. Yeah.
I'll do whatever.
I saw you go to the
shorter
self
line.
checkout.
Okay.
You went to the.
I actually did. Yeah, I did. That I swear to God, that was probably 1 in 10. Like
Yeah.
I really don't do that very
Okay.
frequently.
All right.
All right, say what you need to on the
Yeah,
podcast. I know you're being recorded right
I saw what happened.
now. That is funny. That is funny.
Yeah, we just ran. It was like 9:30 in the morning at a Walmart too, and we ran into each other. It's super
That
weird.
is funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like when it comes to like employment in the U.S., like I feel like we become so much more service based when it comes to jobs and stuff. But I feel like AI is already like starting to take over that too. Like Uber service based, and like I don't know.
AI is a feature in the taxi business.
Easily.
Yeah, who knows what 10 years will do? Like even 10 years, with as far as driverless cars go, like exclusively speaking, driverless cars. Who knows what the fuck's gonna happen in 10 years?
It looks like technology's been progressing like almost like a compounding effect, or like a. I think that's the right way. It's like
Exponentially.
Yeah, exponentially. Where like, if the last internet was when, like, let's just say 2000, just to make it easy.
Yeah.
If the last 18 years, like, it's been this fast of a progression, and then we guess what happened in the last 18 years, that amount of progression, you could guess what happened in, like, maybe, like, the next 5 years. Like, I'm sure there's eventually going to be, like, a learning curve or, like, a yield or whatever, where it's, like, it stops, or plateau.
Yeah.
But I don't think I feel like we have not plateaued anytime recently, so it looks like we're just going to progress really fast.
There's something called Moore's Law, referring to technology. I'm Googling it right now.
Because I know, I feel like Musk, when he gives interviews, is saying stuff like, and he says like he believes it, so I don't know if it's like a weird stock push or like if he's actually meaning it, but he says stuff like, oh yeah, like we'll have these autonomous cars ready in 9 months. I don't know if he's just like that like optimistic and like that's his reality.
It's hard to like figure out like a guy like him, like what the motive is behind him saying that. Like,
but if he actually believes it, it's just like if they believe technology can move that fast, even though like obviously it usually doesn't, but like if it's fathomable to them, it'll eventually happen.
Yeah, when it comes to like thinking about like the technicality of like driverless cars and shit like that, like. Does that in itself not create a little bit of jobs though? Like I feel like there is someone behind this driverless car on the road. You know what I'm saying?
From I don't want to say an elitist standpoint, but from like maybe like a corporate standpoint, yes. Mm-hmm. But how many jobs is that?
It's not going to cover. It's not going to cover the amount that were lost.
No,
like the general population, fucking not even close.
No.
Yeah.
Which
I see what you're saying. There will be a new market, but it'll be taking away a bigger market.
There's a societal benefit, though, which is why it's going to be implemented.
Yeah.
Inevitably.
If whatever you can do to help your productivity and efficiency, like, it's great. Like, as far as, like, when people are...
It makes sense.
Yeah, I've heard the argument of, like, oh, we don't want Amazon dropping off groceries at your door because, like, it'll make people not want to get out. It's like... That's the wrong way. To me, that's the wrong way to look at it. It's like you should be looking at it as like
it's a benefit.
They can do that, so now you can do something even more meaningful in your life. You don't have to. You don't have to spend 30 minutes to get groceries. You can do it in 20 seconds.
Not to be a pessimist when it comes to like, I don't know, human capability. I feel like most of humanity won't think that way though.
That's and Men in Black.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like people are just.
I've heard this quote.
Sometimes, like, I don't know, people are just kind of like, they don't think that proactively overall.
I would agree.
Yeah, I think people are very passive.
I don't even think that's pessimistic. I think that's realistic, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah.
There's a line in Men in Black that's Tommy Lee Jones. He says, a person is smart, but people are
dumb.
stupid.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like a person by themselves can be like people really dumb, smart, panicky, but people when they're together. Yeah, that's it. It's
they're
like,
on the bench. Yeah, for sure.
And I think that's, and you can almost see it in this, at least as far as like, the way I see that line when I first heard it was like, from like a human rights approach, it's like, one person can go out and say like, this is the right way to do it, but it just takes people so freaking long to like see it from their point of view, I feel like. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, Martin Luther King's a person, but then it took like, all of America like 8 years to like be like, okay, yeah, he is right. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, people like, and it makes sense for like a group of people to move slower than one person because they have to like always like carry along people, but like people just move so much slower than a person.
Yeah.
At least to me.
I agree. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but when people get together, like I think it's like
it's a group think.
It's a difference of like perspectives and views and opinions, and it just like slow down productivity, I guess.
Yeah. The one way it could be a positive, and this is how I at least try and view America's system of like arguing in Congress all the time.
Yeah.
Like, we're obviously, like, progression slowed down. But you shouldn't fail because you'll always have a contradicting point of view.
Yeah.
So, like, you may not progress as fast, but if you have a point of view that's just, like, could make you fail as a country, there's going to be someone out there that'll shoot it down. Like, you should always... like, at least with our system, I feel like you'll never have 100% of people on board, and I try and view that as a positive. Because, like, it's just like the check and balance thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
It's
no,
like-
you want people to
Right.
be contradicting what you're...
Yeah.
It just pushes you to think through it even more.
Because Hitler's possible when everyone's on board.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
You gotta have someone be like, I don't know.
Yeah,
and
no.
America has a good, like, probably 45% butting heads and 10% indifferent.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least as far as people vote goes.
Not to cut you off, but there's something called
Damn it.
it's like referring back to the exponential law, or like
Moore's
exponential growth within like technology. Yeah, you're right. Moore's law is the observation that the number of transistors in a dense integrated circuit doubles about every 2 years.
Okay. Wow, yeah, so that's literally exponential growth.
Yeah.
Double.
Graphically speaking, yeah, that's what it proves to be.
Nuts. That is nuts.
So the number of transistors basically optimizes and makes it more efficient. Where was I going with that? The processing speed. The more transistors, the quicker processing speed, which is why technology is improving so rapidly.
But ideally, I could be wrong here. Wouldn't there be a point where, like, you're making too many transistors to where the progression's not worth making the transistors?
We've actually gotten
Define transistors.
Yeah,
transistors. I don't even fully understand them, to be completely honest with you. But
I can get behind the concept of them, so.
like they,
You guys are throwing around the word transistors in full
None of us know
confidence. Right? And I'm like, what the hell is transistors? And you both are like, well, I don't know either.
it has something to do with computing. It has something to do with computing. But here, I'll pull
The def.
a semiconductor device with 3 connections capable of amplification in addition to recatification. But basically,
Of course.
it's like the, have you ever heard of
Absolutely,
like
transistors, duh.
the binary like ones and zeros? You know,
Yes,
something like
yes.
it's like ones and a zero. So it's
It's just the makeup of AI, right? Like I don't know.
it's the makeup of technology in general. So like computer processing speed. I don't know specifically on AI.
Yeah.
But like with computers, it's able to
Matrix.
process on a like binary 1 or 0, which is
Yeah.
like the concept of quantum computing is that it's almost like not like binary anymore, not just 1 or 2 options. It's like a multitude of options. So like you could go like infinite routes with it, which is pretty much AI.
Okay.
And then so going off of that though, like we
Sketch.
It's overwhelming.
humanity has
Sketch.
gotten
iRobot.
Sure, yeah. Humanity's gotten pretty fucking close to like maxing out like transistors, but like from an ethical and legal standpoint, we're not able to go much smaller than what we've already gone unless we want to like maximize the actual amount or number of transistors in a computer, unless we want to go to the quantum level, which if we go to the quantum level, it's actually considered like I guess you want to say unethical, but also not legal, because the quantum
potential,
level,
some say.
literally everything fucking changes, and it actually could get like fucking
quantum's
dangerous.
like not just binary, like not just 1 and 0, right? Quantum's like any number.
Quantum's
Possible.
like really small to where like
I thought it was limited to 1 or now. But
that
That's
I.
binary.
Well, quantum computing, at least how I've been explained to me from a friend, is the option to where you can go in multiple
0 through
directions. But like as far as humanity is right now, and this is just my understanding, but like quantum computing, the rules of physics, the laws of physics completely
Changes.
change, and I don't know.
almost.
I don't know
don't
why
apply?
it's why it's not legal, but it's unethical because I don't think
We don't fully
humanity as a
understand it
whole, has a full comprehension of like what the fuck quantum computing is.
Then I agree that it should be illegal, because that's how you get some robots that could like mess us up and end us. Some Terminator scenario. I think Musk literally petitioned that to the government. He was just like, we need to make sure we have regulation on AI because we don't want stuff to get out of hand.
Especially weaponized AI. We'll do that.
Yeah.
Wow. It's great. Like I don't know. We're right here, right now, in this moment, thinking like, will we see this in our lifetime?
Yeah. We'll see something. We'll see a great potential of AI.
We'll see a lot of progression for sure, but will we see it take a negative turn?
Very well could.
I think most scientists and like just people that have like a better understanding than any of us would, they think, and this is based off a documentary I was watching the other night, but they think it's going to be here by, I want to say, I can't say with 100% confidence, but I think it was like 2040 to 2060.
Oh. Okay.
Which is why, like, that's like when we're adults. Like,
We're middle age.
Yeah.
So we're going to be the generation that's like back before AI.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh,
Right.
whoa,
Like,
the
we're
way you
seeing-
just worded that.
Right.
Back before cell phones.
Yeah.
Back before AI.
Before the television, before black and white.
Dude, I literally got made fun of one night because I was talking about AI when I was like out. I was out at a hot tub drinking a little bit with some friends, and I like brought up the
How
topic
old?
of AI.
Or how far along?
Like this is.
How long
When
ago?
was this? This was end of junior year, so like of college.
So 2 years ago?
Yeah, roughly. Yeah.
So, like, good for you for seeing it coming, and they couldn't
They,
foreshadow.
like
Ignorance.
literally, one of my friends made
Ignorance.
fun of me for. They're like, I'm not gonna say the comment he said, but I don't know. He just made a comment like about. He's like, oh, this is like pretty much hippie talk. I'm like, no, this is the fucking future.
Yeah, this
man.
is real.
Like,
That's
It just kind of
that's the
annoyed me.
biggest- That's a great example of ignorance. I feel like.
Yeah.
You
don't disparage me for being knowledgeable
You
about
gotta
the
be-
topic.
you gotta be
It's not that I'm
thinking.
even knowledgeable. It's just that
I'm
like,
aware.
like you're like you are kind of ignorant to the topic. That's not like that's just an observation, not a judgment. But like, don't disparage me for bringing the topic up because I
Yeah.
want to have more than a surface level
I
conversation.
would say it's a lack of understanding that just kind of intimidated them. Probably that's
Yeah,
what
they probably like I wasn't knowledgeable about
But I
it.
mean,
That's a good point. That's
But
a
if
good
you're
point.
like,
It's
if
an
you're in that
empathetic
position
approach.
where you know nothing on the topic, like I think it's the wrong. Going hostile is the wrong route about it.
Yeah.
Like, become educated. Like humble yourself and ask about it. Be
Yeah,
like, I
ask
don't
questions.
know anything about it.
This
Like,
person knows
please.
more than me.
Maybe they felt inferior, and I didn't mean to make them inferior. I don't want to make anybody feel inferior or less or anything.
Yeah,
Like,
but people
like-
naturally feel that way when asked questions they don't understand.
True,
Like,
true.
And it's just like the mature route of being like, no, I want to learn about it instead of like letting my
oh,
emotions,
let's switch up the
letting my
topic and
emotions
make
kinda
fun
run
of this
with
person in the
Yeah,
process. Like,
Yeah.
chill out.
Yeah.
it. You beat his ass.
Yes, yes, he's dead now. He's dead.
I got him.
Yes.
He's dead now. Wow, really?
Can I have another beer while we're still on the podcast so I can make you guys feel like shit if you guys don't give me a beer?
I'm not handing him it.
There, I'll pull it out. And
Integrity.
You just gotta push it.
Integrity.
Actually,
Please
yeah, I have
do.
integrity. It was good
Cool.
PR.
Yes,
Totally
good
worth
PR.
it.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you.
gonna stick to my decision of not handing him that. Actually.
Honestly, I'm good to call us quits on this if you guys want, because it's about 9:19.
So if we're calling it quits,
Oh! I didn't break it open yet. I should have broke it open and then said that.
Sneak one over.
that would have been great. You just cracked them. It's like, all right, so yeah, I think that's a wrap.
I think
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
done here,
I think
yeah.
we got what we needed.
Yeah.
Joe just chugs it all right.
No, you don't.
Are you guys cool with that? Because it's
Yeah,
about
man.
9:19, and I think it's a good
so.
time to go to the.
Went from Will Ferrell to AI to
Will Smith.
You
Preferred way to die?
Yeah, preferred way to die.
Just the greatest catch ever.
Dude, honestly,
Nice.
Saving
just do
someone's
it.
ass, that'd be cool.
I mean, I'm not surprised by this statement, but this is a genuine statement. I'm not surprised because you guys are like the homies, but this might be the format that I've really learned that I really prefer on this podcast. I do enjoy like a good educated conversation, and I have a lot of those, which is awesome. I'm super grateful for that. But like, I think my favorite is
Kind of lighthearted.
yeah, like we had some good genuine conversations, but like we're just laughing the whole time. Like the
Yeah.
one I did with you and Casey, episode number 73, I think it was.
Shout out 73.
That's-
Casey Holmes, she's alright. She's okay.
She's subpar.
Yeah. So
Like,
far, even
that was a
that we
great-
deal with.
Like I really like these like oh yeah, we hit some good points, but at the same time we're like joking around the whole time. Like
Yeah, absolutely.
this is
It's
one of my
important.
favorite ways to go about this podcasting game.
It's important. Yeah, no, staying laughing is super important, but continuing to educate yourself is just as important. So,
True.
well-rounded.
Shared some good ideas and we shared some laughs.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's important.
Wait, you're going out with us, right, Joe?
I think so, yes.
He doesn't know for sure. I love it. I love the lack of commitment.
Sneak that one.
It's a trademark.
I respect it though. I mean, you're keeping your options open,
Yeah.
but no, what are the best options?
Actually, I saw.
I could offer PGA Tour tickets also.
I mean,
I would make that big.
damn, that was wrong. The timing was just.
Just 11:30 the night before. Because I thought Tiger was 64
I'm the
Sunday.
worst.
No, it was great. I just shouldn't have been, about to go out. That's on me.
Damn.
That was nuts. But
I
thank
would-
you.
I would-
the offer
say-
means just as much.
I would say next time, but the PGA will probably never be in St. Louis again.
Not in our lifetime.
And it was the 100th, so it's not like.
Yeah, AI will take over before that. That's back in St. Louis.
Yeah.
It's not like Tiger Woods would even be there. So
Yeah, exactly.
camera died. Whoop whoop. Camera died. Whoop
That's
whoop.
perfect.
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good podcast.
Cheers, boys.
Bam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
we're
yeah.
Just, we're-
That's good.
all right, back to we hate each other again.
Yeah. This has been a fake friendship, and I'm grateful to have that experience with you guys.
Damn, now I gotta take a piss.